All right, let's take a look at this. What you're seeing is a small clay tablet from Thailand. Now, at first glance, you might not think much of it, but this little object is the Phra Phong Suphan, and it holds an absolutely immense amount of history, spiritual power, and, well, value. And when I say value, I really mean it. A top-tier, genuine Phra Phong Suphan has an estimated worth of around 30 million Thai baht. That's nearly $1 million US for a piece of fired clay that can sit in the palm of your hand. So you gotta ask, right? What in the world makes this 700-year-old tablet a national treasure? Is it the history? Is it some kind of spiritual power? The artistry? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna unpack right now.
First off, you need to understand its status. The Phra Phong Suphan isn't just any amulet. It's part of the Benjafeki, or the Grand Five. Think of it as the Mount Rushmore of Thai amulets. It's the absolute pinnacle, the top 5 most sacred and powerful amulets in the entire kingdom. Just being on that list puts it in a whole other league.
But what's wild is that for centuries, this treasure was completely lost. It was hidden away inside an ancient pagoda, and its rediscovery, well, it's a story that sounds like it's straight out of a movie, filled with clues, theft, and a race against the clock. I mean, just look at this timeline. You can't make this stuff up. It all starts in 1913. A monk on a pilgrimage follows this ancient clue that leads him to the main pagoda. He hires a local guy to help him dig, and sure enough, they find a treasure trove. But the monk, he only takes a single golden casket and leaves everything else. Well, the guy he hired saw his chance. He gets greedy, sneaks back, and starts looting these priceless amulets, selling them off in the local market. It was pure luck that the governor, Phra Buri, heard about it. He immediately ordered an official excavation to save what was left. And the very best of what they recovered? They were presented directly to the king, which cemented their place in history. It was a true treasure hunt that almost ended in disaster.
So that's how they were found. But to understand where they actually came from, we need to rewind the clock way back, over 700 years ago. Because creating these wasn't just a simple craft. It was a massive royal and spiritual project.
From what ancient records tell us, these were first created around the year 1347, during the Uthong period. And this wasn't just one person's project, it was a full-on collaboration, overseen by royalty but brought to life by some of the most powerful hermits and monks of the era. You got this mix of royal power and deep sacred knowledge, and that's really the key to its whole legacy.
And get this, the creation process itself was something else. They weren't just made from regular clay. Listen to this recipe. Finely filtered, smooth earth mixed with 108 different kinds of auspicious herbs, sacred flower pollen, and a super concentrated herbal juice. Then, after they were molded, the amulets were blessed with powerful spells by hermits for 3 straight months. Every single part of the process was infused with spiritual intention.
Okay, so we've got the incredible history and the sacred recipe. But how do you tell a real one from a fake? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and breaks down the physical details that the experts and collectors look for. So there are 3 main designs, or pim, which is basically the Thai word for a mold or pattern. They're pretty cool. They're named after the look of the Buddha's face, the old face, the middle face, and the young face. And connoisseurs can tell them apart by looking at these incredibly subtle differences. For instance, on the old face mold, the Buddha's right ear is a bit longer than the left. But on the middle face, the left ear is longer and the right shoulder sits just a little bit higher. These tiny, tiny details are everything when it comes to authentication. You'll also see them in 4 main colors: red, yellow, green, and black. But this isn't paint. The color differences all come from the varying temperatures they were exposed to inside the ancient kiln during the firing process. It just goes to show how each one is truly unique. Now, beyond the specific mold, experts look for a few telltale signs. First, there's the art style, that classic Uthong pose of subduing Mara, which represents the Buddha's victory over evil. Then, if you look super closely, you can sometimes spot these faint vertical lines on the surface. That's the grain from the original hand-carved wooden mold. The chest is also really distinct. It's thick and jets out, and collectors call it the elephant head chest. But honestly, the most incredible detail of all is on the back. Almost all of the authentic ones have a thumbprint, pressed right into the wet clay by the person who made it nearly 700 years ago. It's a direct physical connection to its creator. Just amazing. So you have this dramatic history, these sacred materials, this unbelievable artistry, and it all builds up to be Amulet's most important quality, its spiritual power. For those who believe, the Phra Phong Suphan offers this huge range of blessings. We're talking everything from invincibility and protection from physical harm, all the way to attracting goodwill and kindness from other people. It's also believed to bring prosperity and, maybe most importantly, the ability to avoid or escape danger altogether. It's like an all-in-one spiritual shield. But if you had to boil it all down, the core belief is captured in this one powerful promise. The saying goes that the person who wears a Phra Phong Suphan will never be trapped in a hopeless situation. And even if they are, the amulet will give them the power to turn their fortunes around. I mean, think about that. It's the ultimate symbol of resilience.
So really, when you look at a Phra Phong Suphan, you're not just seeing a piece of clay. You're looking at a time capsule. It's a perfect meeting point of royal history, deep, abiding faith, and incredible artistry, all preserved for more than 700 years.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. After all of this, where does its true value really come from? Is it in the ancient clay itself? Is it in the epic story of its creation and rediscovery? Or is it found in the powerful, enduring faith that people have poured into it for generations? That's something to think about.